Yes, so we are there. I'll explain you about the Panchayati Raj. So now we go to the Gram Panchayat part on page 208. The composition: the members of the Gram Panchayat are elected for a term of 5 years. Seats are reserved for people belonging to the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes in the proportion of their population. One third of the total number of seats is reserved for women. Seats may be reserved for the backward classes also in the state law so permits. The Pradhan or Sarpanch heads the Gram Panchayat. Members of the Gram Panchayat usually elect him or her. The Pradhan is responsible for organizing the meetings of the Panchayat. The Sarpanch signs important documents and coordinates the activities of the Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat also elects the deputy chairperson who officiates in absence of the Pradhan. The village Panchayat constitutes of several committees to carry out different responsibilities assigned to them. Decentralization of power. They give different powers to different people so that the work can go on properly. Functions. The Gram Panchayat looks after the social, economic, cultural needs of the village. The Gram Panchayat is responsible for implementing community development program at the village level. Tolls, taxes and fees locally. To maintain water resource, village wells, tanks and pumps, street lighting and drainage system. I told you this. Development of agriculture, primary education, health and sanitation. To ensure social justice, welfare of children, special settling disputes and generating employment in villages. To organize sports, run health centers and immunization programs. Got it? Source of income. The Gram Panchayat receives income from various sources such as taxes on houses, shops and fairs, registration fees on purchase of sale of cattle, sale of public property and grants from the state government. This money is spent on the welfare of the village. The Nyaya Panchayat is like a court. Nyaya is court, law, decision. The Nyaya Panchayat is like a local court. It is an important part of the Panchayat system. Its purpose is to settle minor disputes and provide justice quickly. There is one Nyaya Panchayat for 4 to 5 villages. Members of the Nyaya Panchayat are elected by the Gram Panchayats. However, a member of the Gram Panchayat cannot be a member of the Nyaya Panchayat. The Nyaya Panchayat, the Gram Panchayat member cannot be a member of the Nyaya Panchayat. He is different. They are going to be elected by the Gram Panchayat. The Nyaya Panchayat can pass judgments on petty and civil and criminal cases. The members study both sides of the case and give a ruling. The Nyaya Panchayat, however, can only impose fines. It cannot send a person to jail. The process of justice is swift, simple and inexpensive. No problems in it. If a person feels that he or she has not received justice in the Nyaya Panchayat, then an appeal can be made at the higher court or justice. If you think the Nyaya Panchayat could not help you, you can directly go to court. That's the only place where you are going to get justice. If the Nyaya Panchayat cannot help you and it cannot send you to jail, it cannot log in and case against you, it can give you fine. They will take out a solution. The block level. What is this block level? The block samiti. The block samiti is given different names in different states. For instance, it is called Anchalik Parishad in West Bengal, Kshetra Samiti in Uttar Pradesh and Mandal Panchayat in Karnataka. However, its functions in all the states are more or less the same. It works as an essential link between the Gram Panchayat and the Zilla Panchayat or the Tamluk Panchayat. Composition. Members of the block samitis are also elected. Besides the elected members, the chairpersons of the Gram Panchayats, members of the state legislative Vidhan Sabha or Vidhan Parishad and members of Parliament Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha who have been elected from that area also form a part of the block samiti. To ensure proper representation of all sections of society, in a block samiti, seats are reserved for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes, 1/3 of the total number of seats. Total number of seats are also reserved for women. Members of block samiti elect a chairperson and a vice chairperson. The chairperson is known as the block pramukh, is responsible for the daily work of the samiti. The vice chairperson looks after the functioning of the Samiti in the absence of the chairperson. Its members of a block Samiti feel that the chairperson is not discharging his or her duties properly. They can remove the person by passing a vote of no confidence. That we don't want them. We don't have confidence in you. A majority vote is necessary for any such decision to be taken. Block Samitis are elected for a term of 5 years also. All plans of the block Samiti are implemented with the help of the block development officer, BDO. The main function of the BDO is the implementation of development plans. The BDO is going to think about the development of that block prepared by the block Samiti. He or she is responsible for the whole block. The block Pramukh and the block development officer play an important role in the success of the development programs in a block. Functions. A block Samiti makes plans for the development of the whole block. A team of experts in various fields such as agriculture, animal husbandry, veterinary medicine, health care, education and rural industries are posted at the block level. They work under the jurisdiction of the Samiti. These experts are known as extension officers, help villages in various ways. The expert in agriculture advises them about better variety of seeds, pesticides and new methods of cultivation. The expert in animal husbandry tells them about better breeds of cattle and their upkeep. Educational experts maintain schools and organize literacy programs. Guidance on healthcare and family welfare is also provided in the BDO office through the block Samiti. What is the block Samiti's sources of income? We'll go to that. How do they do their income? A block Samiti needs funds to implement its programs. There is a state finance commission which makes recommendations to the state government about the taxes, duties, tolls and fees which may be charged by the panchayats. Normally a block Samiti has the following sources of income: taxes from houses, land and cattle, income from lease of Samiti land for organizing fairs, grants and assistance from the state government. Block Samitis can also charge people for providing water and electricity. Part of the land revenue collected from a block is often passed on to the Samiti by the state government. The number of taxes which a Samiti may levy is large but yield is small. The Samiti depends largely on government grants and loans for its finances from the state level. Then we have the district level. We'll keep it till here today and I'll come back in the next class and we'll do it and finish this off. Okay. So we'll do district level. Today is 11. Next class we'll come and do this. So till then, take care of yourselves, read and try to understand what is happening in that chapter. Okay. Bye bye. God bless. Take care. Enjoy your Diwali and Chhath.